How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Blue podcast. I am your host, Blu-rayDave, and in one of the last Star Wars videos I made, I told you guys, this episode of the podcast was coming. You already read the title. I'm gonna get into it. I'm not holding anything back, but I promise I will keep my cool for this one because I felt like I've just had enough of this, and I want to relate with you guys and all that stuff. So here we go. So yeah, why do I feel like I can't talk about Star Wars in general with anybody anymore? Star Wars is one of my personal favorite franchises. It has become so controversial for a while now. It's just gotten so bad, It's gotten so bad. People will not. They can literally not take a chill pill about anything nowadays, especially when it comes to Star Wars. I'm experiencing the hate myself in the modern day, Star Wars, but on a whole new level. This is worse than after the prequels came out. Again, that was a time when you couldn't like Star Wars. I feel like you really cannot like Star Wars now, But the only people that I can talk about the franchise with is three people. One of them, one being my mom, because she's from she's from that time, the originals, and Star Wars couple who is my regular customers at my work. So if you guys are listening to this, shout-outs to you guys. I'm glad that we get to talk Star Wars every time you come to my register, right? But with everyone, anytime I talk Star Wars about with anyone else, it gets so bad. For example, I'm pretty sure this was last year. Someone told me yes, they like the character Ahsoka and they like the series, but they do not watch the prequels. Okay, how can you expect yourself to like the character Ahsoka, but not watch the prequels and the Clone Wars? Because hey, that's where she was introduced, the Clone Wars, right? How can you go for oh, I only watched the originals and everything else after that? Oh, the prequels are bad. Yes, believe it or not, there are still some prequel haters out there, and that really disgusts me. Honestly, guys. Seriously, the prequels, yes, they really were misunderstood. The internet wasn't really big back then, right? I'm happy to hear, Dave Filoni and company, they're not going forward with the sequels anymore. The Rey movie has been canceled, just what's gonna happen in 20 years time? Oh, the sequels were misunderstood. No. My brother and I, we have this inside joke where the sequels, they feel like they're not really Star Wars. I feel like that we feel like they're made by a high school filming class. That's literally fan fiction right there. The sequels, right? And there's a lot of talk right now, Dave is gonna retcon the sequels, when in reality, guys, the sequels were already retconned 3 years ago with the Ahsoka series, because I didn't think the Star Wars multiverse was possible, but here we are. The Ahsoka series pretty much introduced the multiverse, but it sounds like we're hearing for the second season, I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but I'm happy to hear this little piece of news. They're gonna go back to the world between worlds, and they're gonna see a realm of the sequels where they're not part of the the main canon timeline, right? So, yeah. I'm gonna go over the place with this episode, guys. So just bear with me, and I don't know how long this is gonna be, but yeah. In the early years of the Disney Star Wars, yes, I did defend the sequels, I didn't have any problems with them. I refused to see Force Awakens to be a copy of Episode 4, right? um, yeah, I remembered when Rise of Skywalker came out. I had to like marathon the movies, and it felt so weird going back into Force Awakens and Last Jedi, right? It's just they hit different, right? And of course, I thought Rise of Skywalker was okay. I remember Force Awakens ended up being like my favorite sequel movie. Um, there was a lot of potential after Force Awakens, right, guys? Like, the cliffhanger was pretty cool. But you guys know I don't watch the sequels anymore, and I'm happy to hear that Rian Johnson's trilogy isn't going to happen anymore. I am really skeptical about Starfighter, just because I don't know what is actually real with that. Like, is it part of the sequels? Is it like after, like, is it post Return of the Jedi? And I'm not a big fan of Ryan Gosling. Like he's the main lead, and just I don't know. Like, is this a movie I'm gonna have to wait for it to come out on Disney Plus? Like, will this be the first Star Wars movie I will not watch in the theater and wait for it to come out on Disney Plus? Because I'm not gonna waste what $12 on a ticket or whatever. Like, yeah, ticket prices these days are whack, guys. But I still love going to the movies, so anything we can to keep movie theaters alive, right? We have a week and a day left for Mando and Grogu to come out, and I have very low expectations for this movie, because like it's not on people's like top 10 movies of 2026 this year. I mean, who knows? This might what do you call it? Alter our expectations. Like, who knows? Maybe it might be a good Star Wars film this year. Like, I just expect this movie to be like a fun summer movie, right? Like, it's hard to believe that the series itself on Disney Plus, not a lot of people are familiar with it, even though the advertising is literally everywhere. Like, especially Grogu. Like, come on, how can you miss out on that? I get that season 3 was bad, but come on, how can you? And who knows where this is gonna go, because I know this is supposed to be like one of those projects leading up to like the Mandoverse crossover project, right? Who knows if they'll continue the Mandalorian after the movie, right? Because there were plans for season 4, and who knows at this point, like, if they'll still continue with that. Like, Mandalorian is successful in its own right. Like, that's what really pissed me off with season 3, though. Like, Lucasfilm was worried, like, oh, like, it's not going to get popular. Like, listen. It's still going to get popular if you have a good story, right? Like, I get what they were trying to go for with the Mandalorian lore, with Bo-Katan and all that. But you could still have a better story. Come on. And more cameos, and not a Jack Black character. Honestly, that was just so cringy. Oh man. Oh man. I think my favorite episode, I want to say, from that season was with that cloning doctor from the first season, right? Like how he defected from the Empire. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. However this episode comes out, I just got an Amazon package, so there we go. I think that was like my second interruption for a video like that. The doorbell being rung. Anyway, yeah. That was all that Mandalorian talk. Book of Boba Fett. Seriously, honestly, guys, I like that show more than Mandalorian. Oh, I know, like, a big Star Wars fan admits, like, he likes the Boba Fett series more than Mandalorian. Like, honestly, for the longest time, like, in my early Star Wars days, like, seriously, I've always wanted a Han Solo project and a Boba Fett project, and my wish came true twice. So, Yeah, just come out with the second season, you know? And seriously, Disney can still make an R-rated Boba Fett film now. They can make that like a prequel film, like before he met Darth Vader, right? Like it could still work, like the context of it. Um, I'll get to Han Solo here in a little bit, but let's keep talking about the topic of like R-rated, like potential R-rated Star Wars projects. Um, you know, it'll be a really good Star Wars R-rated movie to make, and because the Clone Wars series couldn't like have an arc on this, like I get it, like the Battle of Sarish, yeah, um, Cody was involved. Like I didn't get to read the actual comic, but from whatever, like yeah, make that movie focused on Clone Commando, like Gregor, right? Like um, that was like one of the most brutal battles in the Clone War, right? Like I would love to see that on film. Um, See how Gregor lost and all that. Like, yeah, the 212th is involved. So you know, again, that's why like Cody was involved. So yeah, so Lucasfilm, if you're ever listening to this, like, feel free to make that movie possible. You know, and seriously, I thought we were getting a trilogy of live action Clone Wars movies, like after the Ahsoka series. Like, I read a Facebook post like 3 years ago about it. Like, oh, it's confirmed, it's confirmed. Like, seriously, especially with that actress who played young Ahsoka, like, please, like, bring her back if you can. And of course, Hayden looked awesome in his Clone Wars armor. So, and Rex, live action Rex. Oh man, seriously, I bet you Tamora Morrison would be happy to like, you know, play Rex full time and something like that, right? Give me a sec, guys. I gotta drink something here. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, going on to the Star Wars stories movies. Yeah, Rogue One and Solo. Honestly, those were like the best Disney Star Wars movies to come out. Like, seriously, I like Solo more than Rogue One, to be honest, guys. Like, again, Solo was just one of those projects that I want to come to life. Like, what was Han Solo like? And I'm glad we got that, you know? I especially like the new guy who played him, because seriously, guys, I'm so sick of Harrison Ford now. Because why would you take on a role that you're not proud of, you know? Like, you're gonna make your fans hate Han Solo even more. Can we all agree on that, guys? Um, there's a couple other things that I liked Harrison Ford in, like, that were not Star Wars, right? He played a good General Ross, honestly. I'm not saying that just like as a Marvel fan, right? Like, I'm saying that because he was so passionate about that role, and finally a role that he actually likes, that, like, you know, in the sci-fi area, right? So it sounds like he is going to be playing Ross. Like, here's just a little side rant. Like, it sounds like he'll still be playing Ross, but he won't be playing Red Hulk, which is fine, because especially like at the age he's at right now, like, he doesn't need to be in a mocap suit. Like, what if he had a heart attack during like performing like that? Like, no, they're gonna have somebody else play Red Hulk, like, and still like have his face on there. So like, yeah, guys, don't worry about it. I'm not that worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we'll get more Star Wars stories. Honestly, I think like with the Mando and Grogu movie coming out, I think this one will count as like a Star Wars story. Like, that'll be a long title. Like, the Mandalorian and Grogu, a Star Wars story, but still, like, it has a nice ring to it. And seriously, hopefully we'll get the proper sequel trilogy, which is George's sequel trilogy. Seriously, I think Lucasfilm should have George on board, like, have him not necessarily direct, but, you know, like, produce, coach, you know, lead the team, like, how to make this the sequel trilogy, like the proper 7, 8, and 9, right? And there are talks of bringing Maul back. Like, honestly, yes, like, pull him out of the world between worlds, right? Like, pull him out before Obi-Wan kills him, right? Because Maul is the central villain of the sequel trilogy, from what I've heard, and Leia is supposed to be the, you know, the main protagonist, right? But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Do you prefer the new guy who played Han or Harrison Ford? Like, of course you're going to have the original trilogy people like, oh, Harrison Ford because, you know, he is Han Solo. Like, maybe, like, in his time he was, but I prefer the new guy and I want him to come back. Sorry, I keep saying, like, he's the new guy because, like, I keep calling him a new guy because I can't remember his name, but, like, he was just so good. He was so good. And aren't we still getting a Lando Calrissian Disney Plus series? Aren't they still working on that? Because seriously, I want to see how he, what do you call it, like, what, colonized, or, I don't know if that's the right word, like, founded Cloud City, right? I want to see that happening. Yeah, and seriously, bring in Sebastian Stan to play Luke. He's already a good candidate for it, so, like, please make him Luke. And, that one chick in Andor, who was, the, what do you call it, like, the antique seller guy, like, assistant, right? Like, I'm sorry I can't remember these names, guys. Like, I haven't watched Andor a lot, but, like, I remember after season 2 came out, people were like, oh, she'd be a good Princess Leia. Like, if, I'm pretty sure they could do it, they could pull it off, you know? Like, give us a new cast of the original trilogy characters, and, yeah. Seriously, make more original trilogy projects, right? Like, because seriously, I love the prequels more than the originals, guys. So, like, Lucasfilm, just make more original trilogy stuff for a little while, and maybe I could have more appreciation of the originals again. Because guys, you gotta remember, if you know my Star Wars history, back in the early Star Wars days, the originals were my favorites, right? Like, Empire was my favorite, you know, but in my honest opinion, Empire is just overrated. I don't know why people keep saying, oh, it's the best sequel. Like, no, it's not. It's Revenge of the Sith, easily. I'm speechless, guys, because I remembered saying this on one of my other Star Wars videos, and this is very, very true. Without the Clone Wars series, the prequels will not be loved to this day, honestly, guys. And I'll still love The Phantom Menace, seriously, like, seriously, the prequels are 10 out of 10, and the sequels are just 0 out of 10. Because seriously, guys, who would you rather have as director? Would you rather have a yes man that is George Lucas, or a no woman that is Kathleen Kennedy? Well, she's retiring now, thank goodness. I'm pretty sure you guys know what a yes man is, right? Basically, like, everyone saying yes to everything to someone who's, like, leading a project. Like, again, that was like George Lucas. Like, I'd still rather have that than what Kathleen Kennedy, because, like, seriously, she's a no woman, right? Anytime you say, oh, we want this, we want that, she's like, no, we're going to put our social politics in, so, like, yeah, that's that's not good, guys. I like the way how George handled, like, the politics in the prequels, right? Like, they're entertaining, they're bearable, but, like, when it came to the sequels, again, bad juju all around. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm drinking body armor, if you guys don't know. Seriously, why can't we all just get along as a community, guys, right? Seriously, I do believe that Lucasfilm is getting right back on track. And I'm happy that we're having Disney Plus projects, you know, like, we've been having them for 7 years now, like, taking a long break from movies up until, like, next week, right? And seriously, hopefully Mando and Grogu will be, like, the potential of, like, bringing back movies again, you know? But seriously, I've been enjoying the animated stuff more than the live action stuff, to be quite honest with you guys. Um, I mean, all of us can agree that live action is not Dave Filoni's like forte. You know, something that he's gonna like. Leave the live action stuff to Jon Favreau. Like he's been doing this for the longest time. Like, and of course, leave the animated stuff to Dave, right? But you know what? I have no doubt that Dave will still pull off live action, like when he'll be at his peak with that, right? Um, I remember again the early days, like the Disney days, like Star Wars was starting to rise up again, like to Marvel, like hey, like you had your turn releasing films every year, now it's like our turn, right? And I still prefer Marvel over Star Wars nowadays, guys, just because Marvel has been getting better in recent years. They've had better stories, better characters. Um, Star Wars, yes, it's feeling more bland now. I've realized. Because seriously, there were a couple of times where I almost gave up on the franchise. Like this was during the Disney era too. Like even before Force Awakens came out, I was like, "Oh man, is this where?" So to the Star Wars community out there, please do not be the reason why I will actually hate this franchise. Because seriously, that would be a sad day. Like I said, like it's getting worse. Like anytime I talk about Star Wars to anyone, they get so offended, they get so butthurt. Like, oh, Star Wars bad, Star Wars bad. You can't like it now because Disney this, Disney that. Like, guys, do you realize like just because it's Disney doesn't mean like everything is bad. Like, I've even heard like some stuff like people were saying like it's peak Star Wars. Like, okay, yes, the Clone Wars season 7 is definitely peak. Andor season 1 is peak. The Ahsoka series is peak. Those are just a few examples. And again, I love the long paragraphs in the comments that my fans have left down, like, how they feel about the franchise, right? Like, seriously, you guys, you have a voice, feel free to speak up, you know? Don't... I'm not telling you guys to not say anything, right? Because, like, again, I'm at that age where I want to hear everybody out, like, about anything, right? And I want to be more understanding, right? So please, like, don't seriously just speak up in the comments, and we'll talk there, right? And if you want to talk more with me, like personally, like you can always follow my Instagram, Real Blu-rayDave, right? We could talk more there. Um, Seriously, guys, just stop getting offended, easily offended, butthurt, whatever. Like, I get it. Star Wars is controversial now, but can't we just enjoy the franchise for what it is? Seriously, I don't know what else to say. This just really disappoints me, guys, and and of course, I want to be able to share this franchise with a future girlfriend one day, you know? I want to be able to tell her, like, all the good about it. Like, ever since, like, you know, Disney has been putting out, like, you know, like, the current Star Wars stuff, like, a lot of people are, like, reflecting on George, like, huh, so you guys are eating your own words now, huh? You actually prefer George Lucas. My, how the tables have turned, huh? And I'm just sitting over here laughing at the haters, right? Because, like, seriously, they are haters. Like, and what's this thing about, I'm applying this to all franchises now. Like, what's this about, like, oh, if you don't like everything in a franchise, you're not a true fan. Like, you know what that's called? Liking everything in a franchise? A shill. and a shill is not a good thing. I want to say like it's worse than the grift, but you know what? Both being a grifter and a shill is equally bad, right? Because I have to remind people like who are grifting, like, hey, not everything is dead and not everything is woke, right? Again, like the perfect example I just said earlier in this episode, like I do not like the sequel. So, does that make me like? Am I not a true fan to all the shills out there? Again, what about Marvel? There's some of the stuff in recent years I didn't like. Eternals, Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder, The Marvels, Ironheart, Agatha. Does that not make me a true Marvel fan then? Oh, I must be grifting because I don't like everything. Like, oh man, you guys out there are ridiculous. Now, when I say you guys, I'm talking about like the general audience, right? I'm not talking about my subscribers, no. Because seriously, if there's a grifter and a shill subscribe to this channel, seriously, you can unsubscribe. Because I don't want to be hit next. Like, I've said this before recently. Comic Book Cast or Armin, like, his fan base is so toxic, and it's not his fault. Like, it's his fans' fault. Like, they always get on him about the pettiest things. Like, whenever he says he doesn't like a certain thing in Marvel or Star Wars, he's a grifter now. Like, he doesn't like everything in a franchise, right? Like, seriously, like if you don't like the content on here, just leave, unsubscribe and leave. Like, this is not me being mad. This is me being annoyed. Like, there's a difference, right? And I'm keeping my cool, right? Like, I'm being diplomatic with you guys. Like, seriously, if you don't like the content, like if you don't like the fact, like, oh, I don't like everything in like Marvel or Star Wars, then you can leave. Like, you could find a shill YouTube channel. Like, seriously, there's plenty of them out there. There's Star Wars Explained, for example. I unsubscribed from him just because, like, he was like, what do you call, like, endorsing, the Acolyte, right? Like, he's woke. And you guys know how I feel about woke people. Ugh. Go woke, go broke, right? I'll call you later. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. Yeah, I had to unsubscribe from Star Wars Explained. He was calling out Star Wars Theory for not liking the Acolyte. Like, again, there's another prime example there. Like, I do not like Acolyte. It is not canon like the sequels, so again, if you're a shill, leave. Because, seriously, this is getting ridiculous, guys. I want to be part of a community where I'm not forced to like and dislike something. Okay, let me ask you this, Star Wars community. What are some stuff that I should like and shouldn't like? Seriously, I'm putting you to the test. And if you got nothing, then you need to keep your mouths shut. Okay? That's all I ask. Because you don't hear me forcing you guys like, oh, you need to like this or that. You need to hate this or that because if you don't like, again, you're not a true fan. Because, like, seriously, we're all fans in our own way, guys. And believe me, I was worse as a teenager. Like, I was trying to force everyone in my life to like, oh, you need to like this. You need to like that. And trust me, you do not want to be friends with me back in the day. So, again, this is me having more common sense now that like, I'm an adult. I'm 25, so yeah. This is getting ridiculous, guys. So, I'll still keep making Star Wars content. I just don't know how much of it I'll make of it, though, because this is getting ridiculous. Ridiculous, guys. Because, again, I don't know what else to say. I'm disappointed in you, Star Wars community. At this point, you're not real Star Wars fans anymore because you are so unbelievably toxic. I can't believe it's come to this. So again, I don't know what else to say, guys. I shouldn't be surprised, but unfortunately I am. So at this point going forward, I will not be talking Star Wars to anybody, at least in my personal life, right? So whoever out there is watching, just know that I will not bring up Star Wars, and if you bring up Star Wars and you bring me into this, like, if you try to get me in quote-unquote in trouble with it, like, no, I'm gonna leave the room, right? Like, how do I make the best example of this? Like, someone will be like, oh yeah, this new Star Wars thing came out, and like, oh man, I'm trying to make sense of this, like, like, oh yeah, you know that, the Acolyte show, yeah, was so bad, and like, and you, Dave, like, you don't watch, right? Because if you do, like, you're not a true fan, like, and I'll not be friends with you because of it. Like, if I hear something like that, I'll be like, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna walk away because you brought me into this, like, yeah. And that's not me being petty, guys, like, that's just me giving an example, and like, seriously, it's the common sense thing to do, like, if somebody brings you in a conversation like that in a negative way, then they do not deserve your attention. Like, if they're going to do that to you. Like, and that's not a true friend either, so. Yeah. So going forward, I'm just not going to be talking Star Wars to anyone. I'm going to save myself the embarrassment. So, thank you all in the Star Wars community for pushing me at my breaking point. Okay, because this is how I feel, alright? Because you guys seriously have no chill. And it's very, very disgusting. You're very hateful. I feel like I can't even go to a future Comic-Con at all. You know, without, somebody being like, oh, like, for example, you like Anakin Skywalker, look what he did to the younglings. Like, you know what? Sometimes you gotta be like Star Wars Theory and Bale and Levine say, the younglings deserved it! honestly, so. You can fight me on that one if you like, but just... And, if the comments do get toxic on this episode, I will shut them down. Because seriously, guys, like I said, I thought we were supposed to be a community, but we're not anymore. So until a certain Star Wars project brings the fans back together, and we can all agree, like, respectfully, on something, I don't know what it'll take. It's just, I will not speak of the franchise to anybody anymore. And that's final. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point. Like I said, guys, I'm not mad right now. I'm just annoyed. I am really annoyed. Because, honestly, anytime I'm looking at my 2 Star Wars figures right now, anytime I look at these, like, I'm literally seeing a divide. Like, I'm hearing all the toxic fans, and it's just not cool. It's not cool. Like, can we stop saying, like, oh, liking Star Wars isn't cool anymore? Like, I can't with this fan base anymore. Alright, so thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please turn the post notification bell and share my content if you haven't already. And seriously, guys, tell me in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about the franchise now? And who is harassing you nowadays? Like, why you shouldn't like it, right? Because, like, seriously, at the best of your abilities, guys, if you can, like, please just ignore the haters because they're toxic. Because seriously, I don't need any more of the hate. It is so unbelievably bad. And if you guys see me walking out on the street, for example, if you look at me, like, don't give me a look, like, don't be mad at me just because I express my views and opinions. Like, if I haven't brought up the topic of Star Wars, then don't give me harassment about it. If you bring up the topic of Star Wars, at least please be respectful, okay? Please be nice, please be polite, because and seriously, most of the fan base is adults, and, like, guys, I thought you were supposed to have common sense. And then you tell someone like me to be mature, but then you're being immature, like acting like whiny little brats. Yeah. So keep your advice to yourself and stop being hypocritical. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye-bye, and may the Force be with you guys always, who is struggling this fight. Oh yeah, and I was told by a toxic hater 4 months ago that I shouldn't like Anakin Skywalker, period, because of the whole youngling thing. Like, you know what? To that one toxic hater, screw you. Alright, bye guys.